What is going on, guys? Welcome to Friday Night live stream. We're just going to be hanging out, chilling. Let's go ahead and get some controls up and running. That way we can see chat, see all that good stuff, see what's going on. Just bear with us while we get set up real quick. I'm going to start off today by just doing some quests, just wrapping up some quests I haven't done. I know we're a little bit early, so we'll go ahead and do these quests, get some free gems, get the dailies real quick, and then we'll hop into some PK, see what's going on. If you guys have any questions, just throw in the chat. Be happy to answer them for you, and we'll get going. There we go, 5 gems. Good way to start that off. We're going to go ahead and do dailies real quick, so just make sure we have a Nami Karina, that we can kind of double our drops that we're doing there. let me know in chat how you guys are doing on your co-op. Are you pretty much done your quests yet? Still going? Let me know how you did on your last Grand Party season. Let me know if you got your 15 wins. Love to hear from you guys. Let me know what's going on in your gameplay world of One Piece. We're just going to do some pulls real quick, I think. I have a bunch of tickets out here still left. So let's do maybe like 10 tickets. We'll see what we do, see if we get lucky, see if we get any good legends, hopefully. So yeah, let's get into it, see what's going on. I'm going to leave the choose your own for now, just because I have to just go through and see who I have, who's good, who's not good. It will just help there, so we'll just kind of keep going here. Kid. I have 1,000 copies of this kid, so it doesn't really do much benefit for us there. Is what it is, that's fine. So we're just going to jump over all the Sugos, choose your own Sugos, just so we can get to some of the rest of the tickets that are there and see if we can get lucky with some of there. I am missing the Kid Killer that came out, the Femlaw and Beppo. So yeah, and the Doffy and Sugar. So we'll see if we can maybe hopefully nab some of them, see what happens there. We do have a couple 4 stars just to get through real quick, and then we'll be back to doing some legend pulls. So yeah, while I'm doing legend pulls, in the chat, if you have any general questions about the game, anything that you're confused about or just wonder about on OPTC, feel free to pop the questions in the chat. We'll answer them. If it's something that requires me to hop over to the OPTC DB or something like that, happy to do that. Just bear with me if I have to look up some stuff, if you have any specific questions about different units or things like that. But we're here to help, so yeah, any questions you have, feel free to pop in the chat. After we do some of these pulls here, we're going to go ahead and get into the co-op. We'll see how it goes. It could be a hit or miss, just depending on who you get. So yeah, we'll just see how that goes. I'm going to probably stick with the side team that I have. I don't have to have them do anything, but when facing with people who are random, who aren't in your guild or anything, or alliance, what it might be, then it just helps out to be able to have a kind of a very free-for-all team that can kind of take care of any debuffs or anything like that. So I'll stick with that team just so we can kind of see how players go. It is curious to see the back and forth that happens in co-op. One of the things that is kind of interesting to me is that, like, a lot of times you see people have a stage and they can't actually beat the boss mechanics of that stage, right? So instead of skipping a lot of times, what you'll end up see them do is they'll just go ahead and start attacking. They won't be able to obviously do anything because they have debuffs that they can't remove. And then not only do they get stuck with those debuffs still, then when the person who they're swapping to, or sorry, not swapping to, the person who is then going next in turn has to deal with all those debuffs, and it's amazing that, and even if you use the Jinbei sticker there to tell people to let me handle this, like, people just don't skip, unfortunately. But I think it would be a lot better if people did do that. I think it'd make a lot more sense. I hate this unit, like, not so much for the Black Maria, because I pull a bunch of her, but I pull this ulti everywhere, like every time. Like, I swear I have like 30 copies of that ulti. So yeah, is what it is. We just go ahead and keep going there. Yeah, so let's go ahead. Actually, we're going to skip the choose your owns real quick. So we'll go back to the 17 days here. Welcome in for those who just joined. Thank you for joining me on this Friday night. I know there's probably a million other things you guys can be doing, so appreciate you sharing some time with me. Basil Hawkins. Oh, it's the green Hawkins. So that actually that's the much older Hawkins. So actually he might actually be useful for me, shockingly. So yeah, that's good. We'll take it, and we'll just start doing just a couple other polls, and then we'll get right into the co-op battles. If you guys want to do a co-op battle, I can certainly shoot you over my friend ID. I do have from friend spots, I believe. Zoro there, not a bad pull there. I think mine's actually maxed out, but still, that Zoro's not bad at all. But yeah, if you guys want to do some co-op quests together, we could of course do that. If you're not on my friends list already, I can just shoot my friends list ID in the chat. We can do that. Or if you just want to watch me, we can do that and just see how people are playing. Really old buggy. So this guy was really good for duping content duping item drops at the end of the day. He's been completely replaced by like Nami and Karina and those kind of units, unfortunately. So you don't really see much use anymore for him there. But for quite some time, he was kind of the way that we got a lot of dupe content and dupe items there. Akainu. V1 Akainu. So he's maxed out for us. We'll do one more pull after this, and then we'll maybe start getting to some of the co-op missions that are out there. Luffy. Alright, one more. We'll just do one more, and then we'll hop in. I still have probably like a good 30 legend tickets I have to do. I usually try to save up for 3 months or so, just to give myself enough chance to just, at this point, because I've been playing OPTC for so long, that a lot of the legends that I end up getting are dupes, and I can't use them, and they're kind of useless at the end of the day. So I like to at least pull in a bunch, so that way maybe if I don't get a unit that I already have fully maxed, I have at least a chance of maybe getting a level limit break of some, or doing something there. So I try to save a bunch and then just use them at the end. If you're a newer player, obviously I wouldn't recommend that. I'd recommend just, as soon as you get them, pull them, because you can get some of the newer legends that might help get you through some content that might be tough or difficult without them. But if you're a veteran player who has a bunch of legends, I think I'm only missing maybe 4 of the regular legends and probably, I think, another 4 of the Pirate Rumble legends. I don't really pull too often on the Pirate Rumble banners. So just naturally, I just don't have... I'm missing a couple units there, but that's kind of the bulk. I'm really missing 4 regular units. Otherwise, all the anniversary units and all that stuff, I have that. So you see we still have 37 mail tickets, so we still have quite a bit. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into co-op real quick. So the first couple matches that I'm going to do, I'm going to do on the Warlord difficulty, and the reason I'm doing that is for right now, I'm just trying to... basically be able to get some of the gems. So if you guys don't know, on the mission screen, if you scroll to the bottom, Dex kind of is the featured unit set for this round or this summer event, and you can see you can get 2 gems for completing the Warlord difficulty with different versions of the Dex captains there. So I already cleared it with Kid for the defensive captain. I'll clear it with Luffy, who is the attack style, and then I think I have one other green unit who might be, I think is balanced. I think the Whitebeard I have there is balanced. So we'll just quickly get through the Warlord difficulty here. Hopefully people can do pretty good. Like I said, Warlord difficulty isn't usually hard at all. There's only 5 stages, and really as long as you can handle one stage, then it should be a really easy way to go ahead and be able to take on this content. So sorry, let me go back into Warlord real quick. Hey Eduardo, sure. Give me 1 second. Let me just grab my friend ID real quick. I'll throw it in chat and you can go ahead and add me. I think it's in. Oh, sorry. It's in. So it's in. You can probably see it on my screen, but just in case, I will. I'll also put it here. 843. And welcome to the stream, Eduardo. Good to see you again. So I did throw the friend ID in chat. Feel free to add me. as soon as I finish this Warlord thing, I will add you. Hopefully you can add me before that. Just make sure I don't have any other IDs there. Yeah. So go ahead and add me. I think I still have plenty of friends room. So yeah, add me on. While you do that, I'm just going to go ahead and quickly run and do this Warlord and just get the 2 gems for completing it with that captain. For those of you who've played this game mode, like, I don't know how it's been for you guys, but for me, like, this game mode crashes so much. Like, it's crazy how much it crashes. And I probably had maybe like 10 stages where, because it's crashed and I've had to go back in, by the time I got back in and resumed, like, it just skipped my turn. I ended up taking damage, and it would have been runs that otherwise would have been easy wins. Awesome, Eduardo. Good to see. As soon as I finish this, I will add you. So, Silly the Clown is going to be our friend here while we're doing this. I do think, though, that, you know, the first season was really rough because you didn't have any way at all of communicating with the end users, but now that you have stickers to kind of be able to make things a little bit clearer, it definitely makes things a lot better. The downside or unfortunate part of this, however, is that sometimes people either aren't reading or aren't really looking at, like, the stickers. So, like, I think I had mentioned earlier in the stream, you might say, hey, you know, let me handle this because you know that you have units that could handle the debuffs easily, the other person doesn't, and you, like, hit and spam, let me handle this, and they end up just attacking and getting debuffed, and then you end up losing the round. So hopefully people are paying attention to those things when they see them. And just making sure that you're kind of, you know, working with your partner. Obviously, if you have something like Discord or things like that, it's a lot easier to coordinate and do things like that. So obviously that's recommended. Most Discords that people are in end up having, you know, channels where you can do that stuff. So whether you're in Stump's Discord, whether you're in the OPTC subreddit's official Discord, or sorry, not official Discord, but the OPTC Reddit's Discord that they have there on the right-hand side, it's much easier to work together with teams there. And just kind of handle it that way. So I don't think he'll be able to kill these units by himself on this first thing. So unfortunately that means we're going to have to kind of step in and help. It's kind of stinks. It's only the 3rd stage there. But it is what it is. So hopefully we can kill him with 1 stage. Ideally what we'd want to do is be able to kind of get back to where we could take on stage 4. And hopefully he can then, Silly the Clown here, can just go ahead and defeat this guy here, and then put us back in track. I can use my specials on 4, and then the downside is you kind of have to rely on him to be able to take on stage 5, right? Whoever, because it's a 5-stage fight, whoever does stage 1 takes stage 3, and then takes stage 5, right? So if you have a team that's built to handle that, that's great. It's easy, but if you don't, then it can be kind of a pain there. So just to be safe, I'm just going to use 2 specials here. So I'm going to use the Robin special. She go ahead. Actually, I might not even have to use Robin. Actually, yeah, I don't even have to use Robin special because the supports that I have in my units end up helping me to go ahead and take them out without too much difficulty. So I'm just going to use the co-op and the regular action. That way, if I have to, I think I at least have a little bit of an ace in my back pocket if for some reason he can't kill stage 5 and comes back to us. So we'll see what happens. But that's kind of how I approach these matches. Like I said, I try to, if you're the first attacker, then you kind of have to do 3 stages, even though stage 3 isn't really that hard. So this is where having your co-op captain have like level 5 on their special ability and their captain ability really helps out. Having, like, if you have like an attacker style, getting a free 2 million damage is pretty nuts. It helps you out, helps you get to only use 1 special, maybe 2 max, and just get through the content. So I'm feeling pretty good here. Like I said, it's the Warlord difficulty there, so I'm not too worried. As long as he can remove that damage threshold, he should hopefully be able to easily take on and do it without too many problems. One thing I did learn in the last live stream that I did, and it's like a huge tip, is you can actually turn off the animation. So if you notice when this guy was going and doing his taps, he didn't do like the full animation for the new legends, right? He only had to do kind of 1 tap, and it automatically will give you a great or an excellent, just depending on what you do there. So it's super helpful if you don't have to keep doing the taps every single time. Yeah, you might get a great instead of an excellent, but you don't have to actually tap. It just makes it a lot quicker. So highly recommended to go ahead and do that. Awesome, and just like that, we are able to secure the victory. So yeah, that was a nice, easy clear. Like I said, Warlord isn't the hardest difficulty at all, but it's nice that we can kind of quickly clear that, get 2 gems for doing it, and then kind of just go on from there. The downside to this team is obviously, if you saw before, we had a Odin captain there who has luck 100, so obviously it gives us a lot more. So that's kind of unfortunate that, you know, we're sacrificing getting the devil fruit things for getting extra drops and things like that. So is what it is. We got through that pretty easily. Give me 1 sec. I'll just go ahead and go approve your friend request, Eduardo. I assume that's you, since that's the only person who did an ID search within the last couple minutes. So yeah, hopefully that should make it so you can hopefully get some of my squad and see as well. Let me just see how many spaces I have left. I'm just curious. So I would say if I had to do a hierarchy of those 3, I would definitely say special CT is probably number 1. Defense would be number 2, and probably speed would end up being number 3. Just because a lot of times, if you can't get your specials off and you're facing someone like a slasher team or the strength team, where if they hit you, like, it's pretty much game over. Like, getting your special CT up is like so critical. One, you might be able to reverse what they're doing. For example, getting like a Nami Karina to go and do a special reverse. Or have some units that might be able to do some other gimmicks there. So I would definitely say, like, when I look at units, like special CT is probably one of the number 1 things I look for. Special CT reducers just make it so your teams can just hit much quicker and, you know, get an advantage there. And like I said, unless you have like a really bulky team, like the Dex team, that can tank a lot of hits and do things like that, ideally, you don't want to take one big shot, because if you are facing like the slasher team, for example, and they have the the Zoro and Sanji unit that will end up giving everyone special up to the top, for slashers at least, like that will wipe out your whole team. So if you have to look for one of those stats, special CT goes first, and then I would say defense, and then speed last. Like I found speed almost makes like no difference at all. So yeah, special CT, defense, and speed would be kind of my ranking of those 3. And yeah, don't worry, like I said, this is like a forum for you guys, right? So any questions at all about like the One Piece game or anything like that, like feel free to ask. Like, this is really meant to help you guys out and show you guys some other content as well too. But really, it's about helping you guys out, answering your questions, and, you know, working through stuff if people have questions on team building and things like that. So yeah, don't hesitate to ask questions. We'd love to have those. No matter what game mode it is, or if it's anything OPTC related, let's talk about it. Alright, I think Whitebeard here is a balance. Alright, so let's go ahead and just throw him there. We'll do one more match. And after this match, Eduardo, did you have a one that you wanted to do? Was there a specific difficulty did you want to try out on the co-op mode? We could do a match if you'd like. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get right into it here. Again, we are the second player, so that means that we're going to end up having to take on kind of the 2nd and 4th stage, and hope that our friend can go ahead and take on the 1st, 3rd, and 5th stage. Sounds good, Eduardo. If you want to set up a room, I can join your room, or if you want, I can set up a room and we can do it that way, whatever is easier. I haven't set up a room yet, so it might take me a little bit to figure it out, but we can definitely do that. So let's see how this guy is able to take on the stage. Hopefully he's able to move that rainbow shield and get through it pretty quickly. Like I said, worst case, if he can't, we do have our Robin unit on our team who can go ahead and take care of the rainbow shield. Yeah, it looks like he doesn't have anyone to remove rainbow shield, but that's fine. Like I said, we'll just use Robin on our side to remove the rainbow shield, and then just go ahead and hopefully easily kill these guys. It would help if I could tap. There we go. Good. So we were able to kill him using only one special, so that's kind of like ideal. So like I said, hopefully he can take on stage 4, kill them in stage 4, and then we can just take on the boss in stage 5 and not have to worry about it. But we'll see if they are able to take on the stage. When you're building your teams for this game mode, like I said, the thing I would recommend is having a way to get rid of multi-buffs in one unit. That's kind of like a huge key. Like you see, like this Robin unit takes care of Despair. She takes care of Rainbow Shield. I think she also takes care of one other buff. The Zoro here takes care of a couple buffs with Damage Threshold, I think, and Blue Shield, the increased defense. Zeph does Damage Threshold and some other stuff. So you just want to make sure when you're kind of building teams here that you're making them so that you can go ahead and kind of take on the most amount of buffs, because you just don't know, because every stage could have a different mismatch of characters, right? So you don't know whether the boss that you're going to get is going to have Rainbow Shield or Paralysis or increased defense. Just having like that versatility just helps you out and gets you kind of where you need to go. So here we're just waiting to see what the person does. Let's see if they kick off any specials. Hopefully their game didn't crash, but given the amount of crashes that we've had, it wouldn't shock me if that's the case where his game might have crashed and he had to come back in. So is what it is. It's kind of unfortunate, but yeah, we'll see what happens there. He does have a good amount of units on his team. In terms of being able to like do damage or doing a lot of damage there. So if his turn gets skipped and we have to kind of take it on, then it is what it is. I think we could still beat these guys easily. The only downside is we probably then have to rely on him to almost solo take on stage number 5. So yeah, that's kind of what happened there. So let's see. So the good news is there's no real debuffs on this stage that I see, so that's good. So let's go ahead and just start attacking. And actually, I'll go ahead and use the co-op action and the captain special there just to see if we can't get a little bit more damage. Alright, there we go. We were able to clear stage 4. Like I said, hopefully he can clear stage 5. If he can't, then we certainly have the ability to clear it with ourselves. We have quite a few units here who still have their specials going. So yeah, we'll just see what happens if he's able to actually beat them, or if we're gonna have to kind of take it in. Nope. And that is what I'm talking about, where the game just randomly decides to crash. Like, that has happened so many times, and it's extremely frustrating when that happens. So yeah, let's see if hopefully we can get back into the match really quick, and see what happens there. And again, thank you guys for joining me on this Friday night. Hopefully your Friday nights are going well. Hopefully your co-op quests are going well. Hopefully you've got those 30 wins, or you're working on getting those 30 wins. Sorry, not 30 wins, 30 completions of this, so that we can kind of get the max rewards there. Alright, so we got bomb slots, which obviously isn't the best scenario there. But we'll take it on, see what happens there, and see if we can't get enough damage here. The good news is we have the Shanks unit to remove the barrier on Usopp, so we don't have to do 24 hits. But yeah, we'll go ahead and see what's happening there. So the only downside is we can't get rid of those bomb slots, but I don't foresee that being a big deal. Alright, so we should be able to just one tap here, and then boom. There we go. So we were able to easily kind of get through that stage, even though we have bomb slots. Like I said, on Warlord, you could do that without a problem. Once you get to King of the Pirates or the Infinite Sea, like you can't really do that as much. So all right, we'll get another 2 gems. Yeah, Jonathan. Yeah, tell me about it. Those crashes are brutal. Like. And it's 100% on the new game mode because it only started happening once they introduced that, and doesn't happen in any other game modes, right? You don't see it in TM, you don't see it in Rumble. Like there's just something in their code that's broken, and I don't know what it is, but it's a giant pain to be able to do that. So let me know, Eduardo. All right, yeah, let me add you to Jonathan real quick. And Eduardo, if you want to set up a room and just put what the password is in here, I can join that room and we can take on a co-op stage if you'd like. All right, hopefully that's everyone. That's all the ID searches. So I'm assuming that everyone who added me so far in chat has been added. I just want to see if I have any other Dex units here that aren't any of the types that we had already did. Yeah, me too. Like I actually like co-op. Like I think one, if the crashes weren't there, it'd be a million times better. All right, 1 sec. Let me just swap over to. I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with my Odin just because he's maxed out and can do 2 million damage there. So yeah, let's see how this works. This is my first time doing it with the. All right, yeah. So we'll see how Emperor goes. What's the highest level you've went, Eduardo? I'm just curious. Is this the highest level so far that you've went, or have you went all the way to the final stage yet? But yeah, what's interesting is I thought for sure with this version of you got the Pirate King. Yeah, I mean it looks like you have like most of the newer units, right? I'm seeing here you have the Roger, the Ace. Like you have some pretty good units there. Like I said, a lot of time when you get to those higher seas, it's just a matter of luck and who you get matched with and what bosses you end up getting. Unfortunately. Alright, stage 2 is cleared. Did you pull any of the other legends for the anniversary? Like, did you pull the Shanks or the Luffy? Sorry, you have the Shanks there. Did you pull Ace or the Luffy? How long before? How long had it been since you came back and joined for anniversary? Had it been quite some time for you? Alright, we'll go ahead and use the Momonosuke here, just because he can get rid of that Rainbow Shield for us. And hopefully that should be enough for us to take on these guys without too much problem. Oh, 2 months, yeah, so that's not too bad. So at least you didn't have to like relearn everything. Like I didn't know if you had been gone for quite some long time, and you were just kind of getting back to things. I mean, I think that's one of like the one things like One Piece itself is like so fun. Like I've been playing One Piece for like 8 or 9 years now, and you know I've been through Dokkan, Naruto Blazing Storm, like all the major Bleach Wave Souls, like all those major gacha games, right, for the anime. But like this is the one game that like I just love it. Like one is because I love the One Piece manga, right? It's like it's probably my favorite, but for quite some time, like for probably like a good like decade, Naruto was like my favorite manga, and then you know after it ended, I started kind of branching out a little bit and watching the other ones, and like I just love One Piece, and the fact that there's like actually like a good amount of strategy that gets applied in these kind of in these games, like it's not just like I don't mind Dokkan's good, but like it doesn't have the strategy or the depth of strategy that this game has, right? So I do like that this game just has like a lot of ability to go ahead and do stuff here. So let me just see what some of these buffs are here. So we did get Special Bind on Zoro and Robin, which is kind of unfortunate. I'm just trying to think of how we can get rid of that blue shield. Do we have anyone who can get rid of that blue shield? And Shanks is special bound for 2 turns as well. So let's see, what do we want to do here? So I think we just want to stall it out a little bit, just because the 2 people who could take care of all these debuffs are currently have their specials bound, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't have any special bind removers on here. Yeah, he doesn't do anything because he's just the captain there. Yeah, so I'm just gonna tank the hit here. I'm just gonna kind of wait for my Robin and Zoro to get their specials back, and then we should be able to kind of just run through these guys. So if you have to skip back to me, you can, Eduardo, and then I can just take another hit, and then I can. Yeah, Special Bind was the one thing I didn't have on me to take care of, unfortunately, for this. Then that would have made this last fight a breeze if I had Special Bind, but I didn't have any Special Bind removers on there. Alright, let's see. So I can take care of the damage threshold, but I still need the Rainbow Shield from the Nami Robin unit there. No worries, Eduardo, that's fine. I'm just going to tap, let them hit, and then next hit I'll have all my specials back. So I don't know if it'll let you skip again, but if you can skip again, you want to do that, we can. I don't know if it lets you skip twice in a row or not, but we could definitely do that if that doesn't work. Yeah, once it comes back to me, I'll be able to take care of them. I'll have all my specials ready to go. Nice, like to see the excellent taps there. Eduardo's gonna come in with the MVP. He's gonna be like, I don't need you. I got this. Sweet. Good job. Congrats, Eduardo. That was awesome. I'm just curious, how many Grand Feast stones did you end up getting? Hey, Gopi, welcome to the stream. Yeah, no problem. Like I said, we're pretty open, pretty flexible here. We like to play with everyone and do stuff. So, like I said, I have a bunch of slots open there. So, no problem at all. Helping out, love to help out people. Like I said, I pull pretty frequently, like almost on every banner, at least 3 pulls. Oh, awesome. Good. I didn't notice. What was the luck on your characters? Because I got 18 too, but I didn't know if that was if it just gives like the person who has the most, or if it's a fixed rate. Because I know 18 is not the usual, but I know there was a lot of treasure drops on that one too. I saw. Yeah, thanks, Eduardo. That's good to hear about the videos being helpful. Like I said, I like to. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of like older videos. Like if you go back to some of like the first. Okay, yeah. So I had 100 luck too. Okay, so that explains why we both got a good amount. Yeah, if you want to do another round, Eduardo, we can certainly do that as well. But yeah, the videos that I had first started doing like were a lot more focused on like the game mechanics, right? Like the beginning stuff, like how do you get bounty, how do you get, you know, how is damage calculated with chain multipliers and chain buffs and things like that. Lately, it's been a lot more content, just because like with the speed that Bandai is releasing content, like every event is like one after the other, so it's really hard to be able to, you know, put out all those videos for the main events that are going on, as well as like some more like I don't want to say like new videos, but like more like core concepts, right, as opposed to kind of gameplay stuff. So I do want to do more of that. Like I said, it's just a lot of it's time, and that's the hardest part, right? I don't I have a full-time job, things like that, kids and all that jazz, so I don't have like a ton of time to be able to spend doing, you know, videos and things like that. So I'll definitely do more, because I like kind of doing those things. So yeah, just keep an eye out for them. Hopefully they go. So let's see. Oh, that's interesting. So, that's interesting. Yeah. So if you have someone who has like no luck, or has maybe like, you know, 50 or whatever it might be, that's awesome that they're able to get that that same amount as the person who they're teaming up with. That's really cool, actually. I didn't know that. And yeah, like if you want to get into YouTube, like it's I don't want to say it's easy, but it's hard, right? Like the actual like setting up is pretty easy, right? All you need is a pretty good webcam, a half decent mic. That's probably the most important thing, because like and sorry, I keep saying like just because I'm talking through things. So forgive the use of the bunch of likes, but typically if you have like a halfway decent camera, and I'm not saying like you have to spend like $200 on a camera, right? If you have like a kind of lower end like 4K camera webcam, you can probably get them for like $40-50, which is not that bad in the grand scheme of things. And like I said, just get like a half decent microphone. Like when I first started recording videos, if you go back to like the first videos that I did, I was actually using an Xbox headset that had like the adapter that you like plugged into the bottom, and it actually sounded like pretty good. Like this is obviously much better because it's like a more professional mic, but that one was just like so much better. So it's not really like an expensive thing to get into. Like I said, I think what I found to be the hardest part about getting into it was, one, trying to find content that like people are engaged into, right? You hate to like make a video and spend like 12 hours on it or whatever it might be, and you get like 10 views, right? And no one cares. Whereas you have like some, like, it still boggles my mind that like if you go back to when I first started doing YouTube, it was back in December / January of this year, right? I was doing it for just before for the half anniversary, right? And like I find it hard to believe that people like really like pull videos or watching my pull videos, just because like I don't know, like I know like in the moment like pull videos are cool, but like so many people watch those pull videos compared to like other videos, right? So you might have like, I think for the first one for part 1 that I had done, it was something like 3,000 views for it, which is kind of crazy. But then you have other content which is like takes you much more time, is much more in depth, things like that, and you might get like 200 views, right? So I think that was probably the trickiest part, was trying to figure out like in the grand scheme of things where like what do people value, right? Because you want to give your audience like what they want. So that's why I do the pull videos. I know people like to see pull videos, and mostly because like if you watch a lot of like people who pull like Toadski or those guys, they're like always lucky, right? Like they're pulling like all the legends in 10 multis, and I wanted to show that like that's like not like the average case, right? Like if you look, I've had a lot of good luck videos, but I've had some videos where like I've had to literally go to like 30 multis multiple times on different banners, and it just so I like to show that stuff. So yeah, sorry, I'm going on kind of a tangent there, but yeah, I think that's the hardest part about YouTube, is just kind of planning out like what are the videos and what are the content that you want to do, and then just making sure that people enjoy that content, right? And then also like when I started out, I want to be able to give a way where I could help people out, right? I've been playing the game for a while. My friend actually got me into it like way back when we started. He's long since left the game, but like I said, I like actually like talking about the game with people, right? It's fun reaching out to the community, and everyone has different opinions on how things work, and different strategies and way to do things. So like I like that aspect of the community. And like people are pretty friendly, like in this community. I think I found like they're always wanting to help out. Even if you check like the OPTC subreddit on Reddit, like there's some people who want to help out and do things like that. So it's really like a big family, and I kind of like that. But yeah, but if you want to get into it, just go. Like you have to go with the understanding that you're probably not going to have like a crazy amount of like followers or anything right away. Like even myself, I think I have like 256, but it's taken me like forever to get up there. Well, I say forever, it's been like 6 or 7 months, right, to get up to there. But it's you can't do videos like expecting like you're gonna do this for like money or to get monetized or anything like that. Otherwise, you're just going to be in for like a world of disappointment there. So I think that's probably the hardest part. Is you have to be able to like go in and do it because you love doing the videos and love doing the content, and it's not about the payday or the paycheck at the end of the rainbow, right? Like even if I do get up to that 4,000 watch hours and 2,000 subscribers, like I don't think I'll do like the whole tiered membership thing, just because like I like to give value to people, but like it just feels kind of weird. So yeah, sorry, I'm gonna get off my rant soapbox there. But yeah, that's just get into YouTube, just do it, and if you fail, that's okay. Like you can fail, and it's not the end of the world. Take it as a way to learn some life lessons there. And sorry, Ko, welcome back to the stream. I remember you were in the stream last time. What team is good for the co-op fight from the first fight to the end? Well, I think that's a tough question, just because there are a bunch of teams that are kind of made. And just give me 1 second here, just so I can figure out what's the right tapping order I want to do here. Yeah, I'll use her here. Get rid of those 2 debuffs, and I'll just use him just so I can get more. Sorry, just bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to clear this stage real quick. There we go. So it's tough because like the stages aren't really designed like usual One Piece Treasure Cruise content. How it's built is that you have and congrats Eduardo, we were able to clear that, so huge congrats there, awesome. So one thing unlike regular content where like it's made for a specific team, like you can clear like these stages all the way from the first one all the way through Infinite MC with all kinds of different characters, right? And really, it's not so much about like the team comp you have. It's more about how many debuffs can you handle, right? The more debuffs you're able to handle, the more you're able to go in there and be able to handle anything that's thrown at you, right? And I think because of that randomness of the bosses that come into the different stages that's there, like you can't just have like one team that will get you from the beginning to the end, right? You can have a team that is made up of a bunch of different debuff removers to kind of get you far, but ultimately, like, you won't be able to clear every run with one single team. That being said, there are like units that you kind of see in a lot of teams just based on what they can do. So for example, like that Nami Karina unit, because in either form they can get rid of a bunch of debuffs. You see her used a lot. You see that Chopper, the Christmas Chopper, used a lot. He can take care of like 5 or 6 different buffs that are out there. So it's really like units that just take care of a lot of different buffs is really the team building that you'll see that will go into there. So that's kind of how I recommend building teams, is don't look at it like what unit is the most powerful. It's more like what unit can help remove the most debuffs in case I happen to run into those on the stages that are my turn. So that's kind of my thought process there. And I think that kind of is almost displayed in the whole mission category there, right? You're able to go ahead and use strength teams or dex teams or psi teams, and you're able to clear content and get through there. So I think they want you to use a lot of variety of teams, and it kind of in a way forces you to want to pull different rare recruits, things like that, and basically pull on banners and things like that, so you can have all these rare recruits who are like super useful and who you might not use in like regular content outside of this, except for like I said, like Nami and Karina, you'll use them because they can dupe items at the end. But a lot of these other units, like they won't see much play outside of this game mode. So that part is good, but ultimately, like Bandai is trying to get you to spend gems, right, and pull rare recruits and then use them in this content. So, is what it is. And sorry, I see Gopi mentioned is 257th. What does that mean? Sorry, I might have missed what we were talking about at the time. But what is the 257th? I'm just gonna quickly do swap my captain here for one match, just so I can just get that other green. Get the gems there real quick for. I forget what SPT stands for, but Pell apparently is one of those SPT units. So we're just gonna quickly go into Warlord and just clear this real quick, and that way you can just get a couple more gems. But once again, thank you guys for joining for this live stream. If you have any questions, throw them in the chat. Happy to answer any questions. Or if you just want to talk about anything One Piece, like it doesn't even have to be a question. Like if you want to like leave a content. 257. Oh, did you subscribe? If you did, thank you. Or I don't know if that's the count or not, but if you did subscribe or just subscribe, then thank you. If you haven't yet and subscribe, huge thank you. Like I said, I appreciate each and every one of you who does subscribe. I know that you guys all have a million different things you can do with your life. You don't have to watch my videos, so I really appreciate that you take time out and actually like want to see content that I put out there and are willing to go that distance and actually hit subscribe and actually watch the content when it comes out. So thank you guys all very much from the bottom of my heart. Appreciate it. All my Nakama. You're all my Nakama. Alright, on stage 2, we're just going to pretty easily kill. Not too much issues there. He has a Shanks, he has the Ace, and he has the Roger. So yeah, I mean, like he has like a full team. So we should be able to cruise through this content without too much problems there. If anyone else wants to do any co-op matches, feel free to set up a match if you're on my friends list. If not, I can shoot you my friend ID. You can add me. We can do some co-op matches. But if anyone else wants to do some co-op matches once I get out of this battle, let me know. We can certainly do that. I'd love to know how you guys are doing on your PKA. Did you guys hit 150 yet? Were you able to get the 500 turtles before the mission went away and get those posters? let me know how you guys did. Love to hear even what you guys think of that game mode, right? Do you like it? I know it was kind of made to be, they said a beginner game mode, right? But actually, like, if you have a beginner account, like, I don't think you can really easily get to like 150 unless you have like a lot of the older units. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, if you like Pirate King Adventures, or if you don't like it. And do you try to like actually like get to 150, or do you just say, hey, get my 500 turtles and dip? So we'll see if this person is able to take out these two guys. I'm actually curious. I know in the first season I heard a lot more about like people running into cheaters and like people who could do like billions of damage with their characters, because they're using hacks around, like whether it's like on an Android or a PC or whatever it might be. But has anyone seen that this season? I mean, I personally I didn't see it in the first season either, but I heard a bunch of people talking about it. So I'm just curious if any of you guys saw that at all in any of your matches, or if you heard of any Alliance members who saw that or anything like that. I don't know if maybe they put some kind of like automated detection like they do for... Oh, game just crashed. I don't know if they put any automated protection like they do for some of the other game modes like Kazuna or whatever. But I'm curious if they were able to patch that out somehow, or if they're still doing stuff. If you guys let me know how my how the actual streaming of the game is coming in, that'd be good. If you follow my community notes there, I did get a new laptop, and the amount of streaming bits that I can send is like much higher. Probably like almost like 1.5 times what I could send before, and that was a pretty beefy laptop. So I'm just curious from your guys' perspective, how does the stream look? Hopefully it's nice and smooth, not too much lag, and things look pretty good from that perspective. And we see our opponent is about to attack here. You should have more than enough damage to go ahead. Yeah, you haven't seen any. Yeah, I mean, I haven't either. I didn't see him last season. I just happened to hear about it from one of the Discords that I'm in. But I was curious if that was a common thing or not common thing. So. That was weird. If you noticed, like, it didn't even show him ever attacking Burgess over there, right? It was just all attacking the Usopp there, which was weird. Like I said, it's tough, because even like when things like that happen, right? You're like, was it just lag and it just didn't show it, or is it something else? So I don't know. It's tough with all the lag to see what's happening there. So I just want to see which ones I have left. Like I said, if anyone wants to do any more matches, just feel free to set up a... Yeah, I mean, I don't have a specific match in my mind, Gulpy, so if you just want to do like any random one, if you have one that you want to do, that's fine. Like I said, I've only done the Infinite Sea once so far, just because I've been dealing with other just life stuff. But if you want to do a Infinite Sea, we could definitely do that. Or if you just want to do something else to do some missions, we could certainly do that. Whatever works for you, if you want to do something. So I need a recovery and a defense style. So I don't think I have any other green. Let me just filter real quick here. Yeah, him and Luffy are both attack style. Oh, that's weird. I thought I had... let me just see real quick. I thought I had done it with Kid already, but I think it said that defense wasn't done yet. Let's try it real quick. Well, let me just swap this over to Kid. Where are you, Kid? we'll just do one more Warlord match here. And then, like I said, if you want to do any farming, go we can. Don't feel like you have to if you don't want to waste your stamina. If you're like actually like going to get a bunch of stones or anything like that, don't feel like you have to. But if you want to do any match once I finish this one real quick, we could certainly do that. So we have probably like another half an hour left in the stream, roughly, just because I got some stuff to do tomorrow. Trying to get some more videos out there as well, so I gotta sleep, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Yeah, actually, maybe what I can do once this one is finished is I was trying to build the strength team. Would love to actually get your opinion on it and just see, like, because I know that was one of the missions, was beating with the full strength team. Maybe just take a quick look at it, get your thoughts on it, see if you think there's any other units that might be better suited on that team based on what you've seen or anything that you've done there. I mean, I think, like I said, I think any team can be a good team. Oh wow, that's awesome. I assume that you probably like max out your island or whatever, so you just have like 200 plus meats just saved up from like before they were actually useful. Yeah, so Eduardo, I don't think there's one team that's like best for Infinity. Like I said, I think Infinity is a lot less forgiving in terms of what you can do. So like if you're doing Infinity, you have to really be able, and because it's 6 stages, right, instead of 5, basically you have to be able to take on 2 stages worth of specials, right? So when you're building for the Infinity there, you have to like make sure that you really have your bases covered in terms of units that can cover multiple debuffs in one slot. That way you're not in trouble if you only have one unit that can cover Rainbow Shield, and you're probably guaranteed to see that in multiple stages that are there. So I'm just going to use some stuff here. I'll save my specials in case my friend's not able to beat the final boss there. But that should, hopefully, with his units there, we'll be able to take that on and get that done pretty quick. Yeah, actually I was wondering that, because I actually do have all the units from the Blackbeard batch except for the Burgess himself. I'm curious, because I know like the main thing to get them to use all their specials is you have to have either like 6 turns of Rainbow Shield or 6 turns of increased defense, right, which you usually get through the super type or special of Blackbeard. I forget which one it was, but is he good for multiple fights? Because one of the things I thought of about, like, if you had 2, then I think it would be much easier to do. But the fact that you can only have one of their specials because your co-op captain gets their special according to their class, like it seems like it'd be hard for multiple stages. But I haven't tried it, but I'm just curious what your thoughts are there. Dex Neko. Yeah, he's an attack style captain, right? If I remember correctly when I was looking at his stats. Alright, so unfortunately that guy was able to remove the damage threshold, so he really didn't do much damage there, but we can take care of that, no problem. The only down part is he makes slots there mismatching. So I think what we want to do here is just wait and have Zeph go last. That way we can go ahead and just make sure that our slots are recovery slots. Just make sure that none of these other specials will... I know he'll just change his orb to Wano. Let me just see if the Zoro special will change anything. Yeah, he doesn't. All right, so I can go ahead and use the special without too much fear there. And boom. Like that, we're able to go ahead and clear the content without any, without too much problems there. So yeah, let me pull up my strength team and just take a look. Like I said, I could swap it out and try the Blackbeard stuff, see how that works maybe. Nice, we got the 30 clears, so that's good. Actually, why not? He has a high bounty. We'll friend request him. Yeah, so let me head over to my crew. So this is kind of the. Let me just swap this guy back to Odin, just so I don't forget about that later when I'm doing some farming. Where are you, Odin? There we go. So this was the strength team I was using. Like I said, really just it was more just on debuff side. So. Yeah, that's kind of the team I was using, but they were doing okay, not terrible. I only did, I think, the Infinite Sea like 1 or 2 times with this team, but I wasn't quite sure if it would be that great to kind of go all the way with. So it'd be curious to see. Maybe if you want to just do like 1 run, see how it goes. If you don't mind, we can just try it out, and then if not. I go back to the drawing board. Like I said, I do have the Blackbeard badge, so I could always just try them on a different day, maybe tomorrow or Sunday before this thing ends, and we could just see, and I could just see how that works. So if you want, we could do a run like this. I think we're already on the friends list, but let's see. How do I? Is there a way to auto create a room here? We click friends list and now it's taking forever to load. Sorry, just bear with me 1 second here. Let's see. Hey, Eduardo, do you know how to create a room? I'm just trying to see if there's... That's how to search to find a room, but there should be a way to actually create a room, right? If I go... I'll go to the snail. There we go. How do you actually create? Do you have to actually go into the? Do you have to go into the Infinite Sea itself, and then is there like a button in there? I've actually never set one up before, so I'm just curious how you end up doing that. Okay, the button's at the bottom. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's good to know. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Like I said, it's very RNG, right? Just depending on which bosses you get. And the crashes don't help, right? It's like you're about to do something and then boom, crash, and then by the time you log into your game, it skips your turn, and yeah, it's a pain. Nice. Got that one pretty quickly, so let's see. Threshold isn't a problem. We have a ton of people who can remove Threshold. Special Rewind. Let's see. We could use Nami here. I could use Uso Hachi there. Yeah, so it's really Nami or Uso Hachi there. So who do I want to do? I can get specials back if I do it this way. Nami will end up giving... how do I want to do this? Yeah, we'll just use Uso Hachi there. Alright, obviously that was a mistake. I should have... I was debating whether to use the White Period special there just to give more damage. Should have probably done that. Sorry about that, Gopi. If we messed that up, that's completely on me there. Awesome sticker there. Love it, love it, love it. Alright, blue shields. Ooh, damage limiter. I hate damage limiter with a passion. Alright, how do we want to get rid of that? So that will get rid of Threshold there. I think it's swap over to Karina. Trying to be special here. Damage reduction. Yeah, I think it's Karina who can get rid of the blue shield, so we'll do that. Yep, get rid of the blue shield there. Yeah, I wish I had someone who could get non-block orbs there. He'll only change his own slot. Yeah, we'll just use it. We'll see if we can't get a little extra damage there. Alright, let's see if we can kill Arlong. Alright, Arlong was taken care of. So on this stage here, do you want me to use my specials and see if I can pass it to you? Ooh, wow, yeah, that's pretty, yeah. Everyone's special bound, and yeah, that's 10 turns of Rainbow Shield there. What do you think? Should I skip it back to you and see? Do you have anything to remove the 10 turns of Rainbow Shields? Yeah, I'll skip it to you initially, just because I have a bunch of debuffs on me and all my guys are special bound. So we'll see. Hopefully, maybe we'll see what happens there. Oh, it takes 3 turns with the special limiter, right? That's what you're saying. Do you know, does he have a death hit at 20%? I just don't know how aggressive I should be here. Do you know? Am I okay to go ahead and get below 20%, or should I just or should I stay above 20%? I don't remember if he has a death hit. Oh, only Frankie has. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, I think I might have to modify this team to get the special bind. I think that's the one thing that's killed me on this last stage. I think if I didn't have that special bind, it would have been a pretty straightforward hit there. Oh, awesome. Gopi completely carried me there. Let the record show Gopi carried me to a victory there. I'm curious, what unit on there let you hit through the barrier? I saw you were hitting through the rainbow shields. I just don't know, was it a special of one of the units that you had? Dude, that 25 feast stones was crazy. That's probably the most I've seen so far, by a long shot. So hats off to you, Gopi. Thank you. The rainbow is the G. Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. The Resilience Momo. That's a pretty awesome team. I'll have to see if I can build a similar team, because yeah, that team worked out like super well. It seemed like it didn't seem like you had too many problems at all with. Is there any content that you struggle against, like any certain debuff there that you found has been kind of really run ending if you ran into it? I'm curious. I'm just going to wrap up the stream. We're just going to do a little bit more Pirate Rumble real quick. Up to you guys. I could kind of show off the Slasher team, which is kind of insane. I could do... I have the Int team that kind of takes down side teams with Atlas and Vegapunk and those guys we could do. Let me know if there's like a certain team you want to see. I pretty much have most of the meta teams, so if you have like a specific one that you want to see, just let me know. Despair from the Strength Luffy. Yeah, it's something like ridiculous too, right? Isn't it like six plus turns of despair that you get from that? So on here, like I said, we are in the championship. Just started last night at the nighttime reset at news time last night. So if you haven't, make sure you hop in and get your championship. If you are new to 20, that is nasty. If you're new to the game, or say if you're newer to the game and you're able to get into championship, just make sure you try to get at least top 1,000 at least once. You'll need that to unlock all the max levels on the training island. So you just want to make sure you go ahead and do that. If you're an older player, as soon as you get it once, you don't ever have to do it again, so it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, we'll go ahead and see here. Roger Whitebeard should knock out 2 of them without too much problems. We are built to take on... Okay, 10 turns. Yeah, it's still... I mean, 10 turns is still nasty. But this team is really meant to take on the Slasher team. That's why I have Shiki on the back end here, who can go ahead and do a bunch of damage to Slashers. You have Cat on the back end, who can go ahead and just do, a bunch of damage there. So you see, we got through that fight. Not too many problems at all. I typically try to strive, now that I've got the top 1,000 at least once, try to strive within like staying in like the 1,000 to 2,000 area. I find that that's like the most like not crazy competitive, where everyone is going like try hard, but it's still enough where you can get in there and kind of do what you need to do without too many problems. Eduardo comes in. I'm using a Dex team. Should I use 6 plus Lucci or Dofi? I personally like Dofi a little bit better. I mean, obviously he has much more value towards the end of the fight. Yeah, Zoro and Luffy have to... 20 Zoro. Yeah, oof. Yeah, that's a nasty debuff. Not a fun debuff by any means. But yeah, Eduardo, Dofi is just like so good for like late games. Like that whole like combination of Dofi and Soba Mask to just do like a ton of damage when it gets towards the end of the battle, right? Because like naturally Dex teams are like super tanky, and they last like a long time, right? So if you can, you can easily keep your guys alive to the end, and then they start hitting like tanks. And if you have units like Big Mom, who can do damage through defense and things like that, like it's just so easy to be able to go ahead and just you have a lot of damage done that way. I mean, 6 plus Lucci isn't bad by any stretch, and I would say if you don't have the ability to stay alive for a long time, right? If you don't have a lot of units that are giving you a lot of buffs to defense to be able to tank with that Dex team, maybe Lucci might be a little bit better. But typically, I would probably use Dofi in a lot more scenarios than using Lucci there. In fact, if I could, I would actually prefer to use that Dofi over some of the newer units. So I can show you right after this match wraps up. I do have a Dex team that I've kind of rebuilt that ends up getting, including the new Roger that's there, as well as the new Ace. Unfortunately, because of the team cost that pulls them in, that means that Dofi had to unfortunately get kind of booted out of that Dex team. But like, he's really good, and he can just hit like a tank. Like if you have him with full GP stats out there, like he just hits like super hard, and it's awesome. Because that's like the main complaint about the Dex team, right? Is that there's not a lot of like heavy attackers there. Like I said, you have Big Mom who can do a lot. You have Blackbeard and the new Roger who can do HP cuts, which is good. Luffy can do a little bit of damage, but like you don't really see like too many. like heavy hitters on the green team. So it unfortunately it is what it is. It's just kind of how those teams are built. But that's why I think if you have a unit that can end up doing that, they become that much more critical. Let's go ahead and take on, this is a blue team. Actually, the one reason I don't like this team is because they have a lot of units that can special bind and things like that, which is really annoying. Yeah, go PR, that's right, because you can't skip twice in a row, right? So yeah, that makes sense. I'm just trying to find a team. I'd like to try out my strength team here, if I can just find a good dex team to take him out on. Just keep refreshing here, see if we can find, hopefully, some kind of fully loaded dex team so we can show you out the strength team. Yeah, the only downside here is obviously the S-Hawk unit. Yeah, other than that, like, this team isn't too scary. But that S-Hawk unit is just nuts with what he can do. So usually, if S-Hawk wasn't there, that'd be like a super easy win for the Dex team. But let's just see if we can find a Dex team ourselves, so I can just quickly show you what the strength team looks like that I've been building. Ah, perfect. We do have Hawk on the bench, so we have to S-Hawk on the bench, so that's unfortunate. So this is kind of the team that I've been playing around with. So I do have the Seraphim on here, the Snake, S-Snake. I just really like her. I think like she does like a lot of good stuff. Like I said, the Roger does the HP cut. He kind of takes the role of Blackbeard that used to be in this team. Big Mom just hits like a tank. Obviously, these Dex teams are probably going to change. Oh, did I just do Dex against Dex? I did, didn't I? Yeah, I don't know why I just did that. Yeah. If you get to spare for 20 turns, that is GG. Like I said, unless you have like a captain ability that can fully negate that, yeah, that's GG's all day. So yeah, we're probably gonna end up timing out on this match more than anything, just because we're both Dex teams. I wasn't thinking when I selected this team I meant to select my strength team, but I didn't. That's fine. It is what it is. No biggie. Big Mom's gonna come in, half stat him, do some damage, but it's not crazy by any stretch. That confusion is real. Like, confusion is one of like the few debuffs that are like super broken, right? When the Boa sisters came, or not the Boa sisters, but the Tri Boa unit that came out that had like Nami, Boa, and I forget the other waifu that was on there. Like, it was kind of crazy, like what they were able to do. And this S-Snake, while she's like not that great, and you probably won't see like her have like a lot of play in like regular content or anything like that. Like, she's actually like pretty. She's okay for PvP. She's not like she's not broken like S-Hawk was, but she could do some stuff. So we're gonna take a shot here, unfortunately. Luffy's gonna come in, do some damage as well. They do have S-Hawk there. Like I said, that's kind of my biggest fear now, is that S-Hawk that's on their side. And the fact that pretty much none of our specials are ready. So obviously Big Mom is our biggest damage dealer there, but it might be a while before she can actually go, which is kind of a downside. The good news for us, though, is that Luffy is below 50% HP, so that means that he's going to end up recharging the special of someone if he can survive that long. She only did one unit, which was unfortunate for us, but... So yeah, we might actually still win this. It's actually looking doable. I originally wasn't having much hope that we're going to be able to take this on. Oh, it's on? Ooh, that is interesting. I hadn't even looked at when the new treasure map started yet. I figured it was, you know, right after the season of co-op that we're in. But yeah, let's see if the banner is live. Maybe we'll do some pulls. I'm just take a quick look over. I haven't even seen like any of the units. I might have to do a Let's see if I have to do a... yeah, it's this one, right? The 10th... So let's just see what the characters are. I haven't even kind of been following the details too closely. Let's just see what they actually do. Oh wow, he's actually like not like one of the bad captains. I mean, nothing too crazy there in Usopp's special that like seems like super broken. Let's see what his captain ability does. Delays all enemies for 1 turn, ignoring immunity. That's cool. Especially the ignoring immunity part. A lot of the times they'll put these units that have these cool things and then they don't go through immunity, and that's just a pain. Gets rid of the threshold by 7 turns. That's a lot of turns. That's good. If Captain's Dex or Shooter, set target status. Oh, we haven't seen this buff in like forever. Like this buff has been gone for quite some time. Get special charge time reduced by 2 for every enemy with set target. Oh, he actually doesn't look. I mean, he's not like terrible, but he's like he's an okay TM legend. Yeah, that's not terrible. Yeah, maybe we'll do 3 pulls. All right, let's see. What's the step details? We'll do 4 pulls. How about that? Oh, his final tap? I didn't even look at his final tap. Let me hop over to that real quick. So it's on the turn special is launched. Oh, so that should be pretty easy to kick that off. 2.25 from. Oh, that's pretty nice. Yeah, that's not a bad final. It's like, I don't know if it's worth spending final tablets for to get it all the way up, but that's actually like a it's an okay final tap. Like I said, I think like because of the scarcity of the final tap stuff, it's really hard to be able to be like, yeah, this is worth the investment, right? If they gave us more, that might be something different. Let's check out his Rumble stats real quick too. Defense up is good. You like to see that. Special CT. Oh, it's a CT reducer for all enemies and defense. Oh, that's actually pretty good. That's actually not bad. Like the fact that he gives defense down 6 to all enemies and special CT down. Like that's pretty good. Yeah, I agree. It probably should be a super tandem. Yeah, that final tap probably should have been a super tandem. So I like his rumble. His rumble ability is actually really good. Let's check his special. It's on 22 CT, which is crazy low. Speed down's kind of whatever. Damage over time is whatever. And basically he gives a 20% CT reduction. So his special is just but the fact that it's on a 22 cooldown actually isn't that bad. Even though, like I said, what's tough is, and we just saw that in the last match where I was doing with S-Snake, right? Like if you have a unit that can do confusion, which just completely makes the special gauge like go away, even if it gets applied while it's charging, like that's ridiculous compared to just like this. So like, I don't know. I think his Rumble captain ability there was good, but his special outside of the CT time, which is really good, it's just kind of like 20% CT reduction for one unit is just not that great. So yeah, is what it is. Let's check what the other units are, even though no one, usually these are just really bad units. Yep, don't have to check there. So burn changes block slots. Okay, so nothing too crazy. Ends up doing type effects, which is fine. So what I really like check for when I'm looking at this is just to see if there's any like crazy gimmicks that can't be done by a lot of people. Right, that'll tell you kind of how hard the TM is going to be. But so far, just having burn and block slots doesn't seem like it's that bad. And if Usopp's on the crew or support, you get 20% bonus to dex damage for dex characters for 2 turns. So yeah, it's okay. And the 3 people here, three little kids. Oh, sorry. Let's check what they do again. Not even worth mentioning their captain ability. So it will do Rainbow Shield 6 turns. Changes block slot, so there's probably going to be a lot of block slot changing there. And if you use Usopp's special and delay the enemies, then they have a delayed conditional, where it can basically give a 1-turn CT reduction for your crew, which is okay, I guess. And just give you a boost to slot effects. So yeah, I mean, it's just eh. I mean, Usopp's definitely the best out of the three, no question. It's just a matter of, you know, obviously he's the one you probably want to pull. So yeah, we'll go up to 4 multis real quick. I am just gonna I'm gonna cheat here and do a video at the same time. So I'm just gonna do like my intro real quick for the usual intro that I do for my videos, just so I can we can do the polls and then we can talk about how the polls went after, if that works for everyone. All right, give me 1 sec. Let me just get a quick drink in, and then we'll go ahead and do this video and go ahead and go up to 4 multis. See, maybe we can get all of them. Maybe we can get none of them. Well, we'll see. All right, let's party. HappiDaze here. In today's video, we're gonna go ahead and do some polls on the TM banner that just went live. See if we can maybe pull one of these units within 4 multis. We do get one of them guaranteed to 4 multis. We get the new character there. Obviously, the Usopp seems to be the best out of the 3 characters that are there. So we'll just go ahead and see what happens. We have a dream. We'll see what happens and start on multi number 1. Yeah, and spend 180 gems and we'll see what happens. Not a lot of grit animations for the first start there. Is what it is. Discounted multis never really have like a ton of like good gems, so I don't really ever expect too much good stuff on there. Yeah, bunch of older units so far. Nothing kind of too crazy there. It's kind of a dead multi. It's to be expected. Like I said, for these where you have like a guaranteed on a certain low step, like I don't expect any of the lower steps to really give you too much. So that was number 1 multi. So let's go ahead and dive into multi number 2. So we did get the train, gold text, no gold chest though. We did get 2 cut-ins, which is good. Love to see that. So we're hoping to either see gold posters or pull Usopp himself in the red posters. Ooh, that's actually not a bad pull at all. Uta dupes are definitely a good thing to have. Just because there's 3 versions of her, right? So there's always... Oh, hey, this is the only unit that I was missing out of the Vegapunk batch. So that is actually a huge one. I'm kind of actually super excited that I was able to pull her. Yeah, that's awesome. That is a W right there, and that Uta is a W. So this was definitely like a W pull there. So even if we don't get, you know, Usopp on the 4th multi there, still can't complain. Like that was a pretty good second multi there. We got up to the 3rd animation there. 2 reds. I hate that Chaka unit. I've got her so many times since Anniversary. It's kind of ridiculous how many times I pulled her. Corazon and Law, they are maxed for me, unfortunately. Nami and Karina, matched. I mean, yeah, Nami and Karina, but they're unfortunately maxed for me, is what it is. But they're a fantastic unit for PvE. Alright, this is the one. New character, so we should get one of the 3. So the question is, which one are we going to get? Let's see. I didn't see a... Alright, let's see. Wow, that was a super old unit there. That was a callback, that first unit there. Another Uda. We'll take that. My boy, Mr. Slam Jam. Alright, moment of truth. Kaya. So, yeah, we didn't pull Usopp. It kind of is what it is. Unit is not worth pulling, you know, more for, so I'm going to probably stop here. And like I said, we'll just go forward with that. Hopefully we find a friend captain Usopp for someone when the treasure map starts. But it's not the end of the world. Like I said, it's not a broken unit who is probably worth going for. Because I think if you want to even have a chance of getting a new unit, wow, yeah, you have to go like super deep to even get another new character. Like I don't think I even see like a new character step before the guaranteed, which is kind of nuts. So yeah, definitely not doing any more pulls on this banner. If you pulled, let me know in the comment section below how your pulls went. I hope you got Usopp or multiple, just depending on how your pull luck was. But until next time, be kind to each other. Thanks, guys. All right, chat, I am back. Oh, Gopi. Oh, that is a tease. Oh. Oh, you did get him. Oh, congrats. That's awesome. Dude, that is sweet. Yeah, having the lead booster is like absolutely awesome. That's all. Yeah, that's some good luck. Congrats to you, man. That is awesome. If anyone else pulled, let me know in the chat section how your pulls went. I ended up getting Kaya if you were watching the video there. But yeah, that's awesome. That's good luck. Congrats, man. Sorry, I'm just catching up on some of the chat stuff here. Eduardo, I think you had a question out there. Is it better to have S-Snake than Lucci? It really depends if you have a lot of heavy hitters. I think like in the order of priority for the Dex team, like I would say you have to have like defense is obviously number one, right? Because they're able to tank a lot of hits there, but outside of that, you really need attack or the ability to do stuff there. So let me just see Lucci real quick. I just want to see what his... just give me 1 second. I just want to see what his Rumble stats are. Yeah, I don't think he does... Yeah, I mean, he's not really good for his Rumble ability, and even his... Yeah, I mean, I would probably, if I had the two, I would probably choose S-Snake over Lucci if I had to pick one. Just because he doesn't, like, really do that much, right? Like, yeah, he gives some defense down, which is fine. He does a little bit of damage. But, like, if you're not facing quick teams, then a lot of the stuff goes away, right? So I would probably say, like, S-Snake is more versatile in terms of what she can do, right? She can do confusion to anyone there. So if I had a choice, I would probably choose the S-Snake over the Lucci there. That's just my opinion on that, if I had to choose. All right. With that, I know we're a little bit over. It's about 11:15 now EST. So I'm going to wrap it up now. I want to thank you guys all for coming out, hopping on the stream. It was super fun. I love having these live streams with you guys. Love interacting with the community. Doing content, talking about game modes, doing polls as you saw. So I hope when I do some of these in the future, you guys come join. Feel free to check out my videos, of course. I'll kind of post videos. I try to post videos every day. Sometimes it doesn't always work, just with work and life and all that stuff. So I do appreciate everyone who subscribe, who watches the videos, and even if you don't subscribe, just coming out to hang out. I definitely appreciate you guys. So if you are pulling on the TM banner, good luck. Hopefully you have good luck like Gopi over here. Hopefully you're able to go ahead and get Usopp or one of those other units that are out there. And yeah, hopefully in some of these later live streams we can do some more co-op matches and things like that with people. I think that's probably one of the fun things about co-op is you're able to see kind of what people are doing and kind of go from there. So I'm going to stop rambling on, call it a night. I just want to thank you guys once again for everything that you do, for supporting me, and for hopping on the stream. As always, if you're watching this recording after, friend ID was like in the first 10 minutes of the stream. It'll be on the screen there, so if you want to add me as a friend, feel free to go ahead and do that. If people search for me for IDs, they get added to my friends list first before just random people who send a friend request, so just make sure you hop on there. Until next time, guys,